Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone is keeping well. Welcome back again with another live show on the channel. It is our match review and play ratings from that absolute embarrassment performance away at Manchester City at the Ethiad Stadium. I thought this is a game we could go and give Manchester City a game with the bumpy season they have had, and we go down there and perform like as if we couldn't give a massive shit. What an absolute disgrace that was yesterday. I know I was having a bit of it on the fan reaction as well, but I'm saying it again because that was completely unacceptable yesterday. Absolutely, completely unacceptable. I mean, I know you've only seen highlights, Mason, but I presume for what you've seen, I bet you weren't happy with that at all.
Could have done a lot better. That's all I can just say. Could have been a lot better with some of the goals. So, for what I've seen, and I think they could have done well with some of the goals. And they brought up the Savinho chance as well. They should have done a lot better for that Savinho chance as well.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you enjoy the show, please do remember to give us the thumbs up. It's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. So do smash those likes if you enjoy the show tonight. Please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed, and your job goes on the channel week in and week out, hit that subscribe button, free to do so. It does help make the channel grow. And please hit the bell notification as well. It just let you know whenever a live show takes place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded. So please make sure you do hit the bell to make sure you're all up to date with all the content that you do not want to miss at all. And if you want to give a donation, feel free. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p a month. Hit the join button to become a member, and you'll be included in the prize draws we do. We'll just run into comments first. Brian, good evening. What an absolute disgrace of a performance yesterday, and some of in our fan base, I swear they are so clapped apparently, our players dare criticise. I'm going to get onto that because I've had my say on a certain couple of players and I got absolutely shit for it, and I'm going to say what it was about, because this is just my opinion, but yet again, when you have an opinion, you'll always end up getting slated for it. You know what I'm going to do is every time we score or lose, I'm going to tweet out what phase is he in, just to wind our fans up. Maggie Magpie, hope you're well. Longstaff had a great game yesterday from one fan. I saw if we lose the cup, I'm going to tweet out what phase Slaughter's in. I'd like to know what game that they were watching. Good evening, Martin, Joe, Julie, Chippers, Tom, good evening. What a dreadful away trip yesterday. That was a team I believed would fight and give Man City a game. How fucking wrong was I? Utter dog shit. I feel so sorry, and all of the rest of our fans that had to travel all the way down there to go and watch that absolute disgrace and embarrassment of a performance that was. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well. As fans, we started off loud, but in all honesty, the goals knocked the stuffing out of us in the away end. We were just deflated.
Chippers, man. Fuck's sake.
Even in Peter and Mason, hope you're well. Dog turd performance of the season. Yep. Oh, did Swansea lose? Didn't I didn't check any of the other scores. So. Coffee, good evening. Awful performance. The tune yesterday, it wasn't excusable at all. What highlights? They were only low lights. You know what, Tom? That's a great point. That I knew 5 minutes into the game we were losing. Right, Cher and Trippier have been fantastic at our club in the past seasons, but they are now finished. This is what I said. This is my opinion now on Kieran Trippier and Fabian Cher. I think they are done in terms of Premier League football. I mean, Mason, do you think they are finished in terms of Premier League football?
For what I've seen of the game yesterday, they could have done a lot better. I think they could have done a lot better. I think I could see Gino and I probably would say Tino and if Botman's all right for next Sunday.
You've got to play, or we play a Craft.
Then we'll probably put him down for what I've seen yesterday, because for some of the first goal in particular, Trippier should be doing a lot better.
Yep. I've come to the decision they cannot do it in Premier League football now. In terms of being a back four, if you insist on playing them still, I think it's got to be 3 centre-backs and 2 wing-backs if you want to keep playing Trippier and Schär now, because I don't think they've got it in terms of a back four now. I really just don't. I know they had great games against Arsenal, but what about the other performances? Have you seen any consistent performances from Trippier or Fabian Schär this season, Mason? Because I certainly haven't. And particularly Trippier has not been first choice right back this season.
No. Something hasn't been right. I don't know what it is. What's why they're doing it. It's an interesting one because I think something's got to be done.
Absolutely. If it's going to be 4-3-3 next game, it's got to be Tino at right back. It's got to be Botman, or if Botman's not fit, it's got to be Emil Kraft. It has to be, because if they play them two, Nottingham Forest will identify that with Hudson-Odoi, Chris Wood on that particular side. Even and all, make up you well. Hope everyone's over that absolute shit show. Will take a while. I'm still furious with it. Michael, good evening. I've seen that. Yes, I've heard there's still more tickets as well. Arsenal fans were out in full force. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't give a shite what they say. Just told me he was pissed off with the performance he went home after the 30th minute. I mean, it was just awful. I mean, all the 6 YouTubers, it's not hard to go out with a girl, although they probably run a mile. Coffee, in all honesty, who cares what Arsenal fans or any other fans see or think of us? Couldn't exactly, Tom. You can't just single 2 players. Oh, no, definitely not. I thought because the other rest of our team were dreadful yesterday. Tonali, Bruno, what the hell? Those 2 were rotten yesterday as well. But no, yeah, all the other players were just as bad. But I've just now come to that conclusion. I just think Kieran Trippier and Fabian Schär cannot do it in the Premier League anymore with the formation, with the 4-3-3 formation. I've seen a lot of awful performances from the Toons since I started supporting as a 5-year-old yesterday. Topped that many years of the worst. Hope Miley will get more game time. Do you think I will play him? He's got to, because I thought Willock had a nightmare yesterday. Again, I thought this was his opportunity, and he absolutely... And he's just nowhere to be seen yesterday. It was just... 1995 was the first season I watched the Toon class. That was a class season. And yes, I will criticise how bringing on Longstaff with 20 minutes to go when you're 3-0 down. He's not a game changer. He's not going to be a game changer at all. Tino, Kraft, Lewis Miley coming for Trippier, Schär, Willock for Forrest at home if Botman isn't fit. I agree with that, Philip, completely. Forget it, Peter. We are losing our 2 next games. Our centre-backs have a combined age of 100 years old. If they play, we've got to change it up. Bruno, nowhere near captain material, truly abysmal. Yeah, that was definitely one of his worst games yesterday. And yeah, he just... Tonali and Bruno are at fault for the 3rd goal.
What the fuck's a Lapton? Fucking vape.
I've been trying to understand our 3 p.m. kickoff form. 1-4, lost 6-1 against Southampton. Home and away. Ipswich, home. Leicester, away. Home, Leicester. 6 out of 8 defeats or 3 p.m. kickoffs. Do we like TV cameras and limelight? Can see where you're coming from with that, Tangy. Trippier always struggles against City. I would have preferred to start Tino or Kraft. I think Tino looked pretty okay when he come on. I didn't think he really put a foot wrong at all. She hasn't played since he hasn't. He's just been all over the place this season. And I don't understand that as well. Why isn't Osula still not getting any minutes in the Premier League? Away! Because Murphy had a stinker yesterday as well. Jacob Murphy sadly was Philip. I mean, Darren says to me, do you think the cup runs are papering over the gaping cracks in our club? I think they are away so far, yeah.
To be honest, I think we can get Liverpool because I watched that last 20 minutes of them against Wolves yesterday and they were tiring out, so and then nearly bottled it, and it did. Liverpool did nearly bottle it, mind.
Yeah, Shea was marking no one for the third goal. I think the third goal's down to Tonali and Bruno. And look at the way Kieran Trippier was giving them both a rollick. And that's the only thing Trippier was good for, his leadership yesterday. The rest of his game, he was just all over the place. Our defence has always been brilliant, or a shambles. There's never an in-between. Yep. Good evening, Andrew. It was in a way, wasn't it? So, yeah, I mean, look, it was an absolute training session. I mean, Marmouche yesterday for them, Mason, was absolutely brilliant. Hat-trick as well. His first goals for City, and it's a hat-trick in the first half.
Absolutely. Comical to say the least. I mean, and then I've got, I think, with what I see, I think, well, for what I've seen, I think they've wanted a reaction after they bottled it against Real Madrid on Wednesday, and luckily enough they did.
Mm-hmm.
Which is disappointing because they got that reaction. They got that reaction yesterday, and absolutely battered us.
How is Asula going to progress if he doesn't get any minutes, for fuck's sake? Exactly, Julie. Marmouche top class from display. Which players did Eddie throw under the bus yesterday?
I can't think of any.
I mean, I personally think I know two of them shouldn't have started, and I don't know. If our top players want European football, then pull your fingers out, says Mick. Absolutely. Mourinho had a bad game too, which we know will happen, despite having a good season. Why is it important to get another right wing in? Exactly. Have a good... what am I up to? Having a good season, or have someone to compete for his spot. Exactly, Coffee, yeah. Bruno needs to get his head out of his ring. He was terrible yesterday. Exactly. Bruce did. Yes, he did. We had the cup final on our minds. Man City had Newcastle in their minds, not the second leg against Madrid. That's the difference, in my opinion.
I want to have a look at this. 2 minutes, sorry. Can't Maggie Armin's been sacked. Has he actually?
I've not seen anything. Yes,
Maggie, tell me where you've seen it.
Yesterday's performance was a Steve Bruce, John Carver, Steve McLaren kind of performance under the Ashley era. It felt like that in a way. But I think Eddie put the strongest team he put out yesterday. Those players just went on the pitch and didn't give a shit.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I'm going to criticise Eddie for the substitutions in a way. I mean, Tino coming on wasn't a problem. Miley coming on wasn't a problem. But why isn't he bringing Asula on and bringing Kraft on for Isak? I didn't get that at all.
I'd seen the highlights yesterday. Not the highlights.
Apparently it looks like you may have fallen for that.
And I thought it was at first.
Who's been sacked? No one's been sacked. I think Mason's fell for that there. Jason, there could be a Sinclair award coming up.
No, because of that.
Yeah.
I thought it was true.
You went to look for it, though, didn't you?
I know.
But, right. Fourth goal, Mason. It's McAtee of all people it is.
Yeah, Post could be doing a lot better.
Yep. I mean...
All I'm going to say, that's what I'm
I think this is down to Tonali as well. He's not...
Post nobody was in. McAtee had a free on site.
Eddie partly to blame for that shit show. Yep. Players definitely a big part to blame in. Subs were quite baffling with Asula not coming on and Wilson and Longstaff coming on instead. Exactly. And Longstaff and Wilson made no improvements at all. It is pathetic, lazy defending. I feel sorry for Dan Burn in a way because he's now having to do the two jobs of centre-backs, of trying to do the job of two centre-backs when our other centre-back is nowhere to be fucking seen.
And hopefully Botman's fully fit for the game against Nottingham Forest, because I think we need him.
But but in a way, Eddie's not helping himself by playing players who are simply not performing. Fabian Schär. He's still playing him, Mason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if Botman's fully fit by Sunday, I think we need to play him.
I don't think Mason fell for anything. He was spectacled and just to check if it was true. Oh, well, fair enough. Yeah.
I'm always like, you know what it is, Tom? I'm always like that. I'm like that all the time.
Kraft on the knee, 9th minute was surely to stop a 6-7-0 thrashing. Well, he came on very late in the game. Feel sorry for Byrne having to do the donkey with Shane up. Exactly. Why does not have a plan B? Or if he has got a plan B, it's a plan B that may as well be thrown out the window. Dan Byrne has been playing the role of two centre-backs. He has coffee. Yes, it is. But we need to seriously get it sorted out for next week. Eddie now has to stop playing players who simply are not up to it right now. And Fabian Schär's not up to it. Kieran Trippier has lost so much of pace now. And I've said, if you want to keep playing those two, it's got to be 3 centre-backs and 2 wing-backs to have that extra cover in defence, like how we had it against Arsenal.
Yeah, and it worked. And now Arsenal have been shite. Man, I had to beat Leicester yesterday, but I think it worked.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly, Brian said on Sky. Oh, you're joking, Ian. Is that right? Was that just today, was it, Ian?
Hello, yeah.
Remember the Blackburn lost to Tom in the 23-04 season when Andy O'Brien had to do the donkey work where, yeah, exactly, I remember that. No, it's fine, Lewis, don't worry.
Lewis, you been on the train? You been on the train channels, isn't it, Lewis?
How doesn't know what a plan B is. This was apparent as well when he was Bournemouth manager as well. I really hope we don't put in a performance. We cannot, otherwise we will get absolutely skinned completely, and it could be a cricket score.
But Music and Magpie, if you watch the Liverpool game today, they for the second game in a row,
well,
they've tired after 70 minutes. And
the fact is, Mason, we've got look at our defending at the moment. Can you imagine what the likes of Salah would do to that in both games? Because we'll go to Anfield first in the league before we play them in the final.
But I think we'll do the same as Arsenal, in my opinion. 5 at the back.
Yeah, getting even know BOLB. No, they didn't. Coffee. Oh, hopefully it's not true that, Ian, because we could well and truly do with him. Or he's got to play. Or it's got to be Emil Kraft. I'm sorry, but it has to be.
Going back to the Liverpool game, I think they'll do 5 at the back again because they worked against Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. That's the difference between Eddie, Pep, Slot. They have a plan B and plan C as well. They do. I hope Osula Miley will be given more game time. They've got exactly. Miley should be starting next week. I thought Willock was absolutely awful yesterday. I did see something weird outside the Etihad yesterday. There was a wheelie bin which said Blythe Valley Borough Council on it. Oh, okay.
Bloody hell! Was that not Chipper's in it?
I just can't understand this season where we beat Arsenal 3 times against Liverpool, but lose at home to Brighton, Bournemouth, Fulham, and West Ham. Exactly. Credit to Byrne playing with a groin injury. I blame Eddie. How not him? Kraft should have started exactly. Where did Sky get that? Get that Botman himself for 3 weeks because that's not what was said. No, Eddie said he should be okay for next week as well. So hopefully Sky are not watching the BFA Film Awards. They have 6 BAFTA Television Awards and 9 National Television Awards trophies in the cabinet. Well, I know they do. Liverpool, the midweek game. Yes, it is. It's just before the end of this month.
They play Villa on Wednesday.
Premier League have achieved their objective by putting our European dominance back 10 years. Willock does nout, but Eddie will still play some. Why is he so stubborn? Exactly. I don't get it at all. Our performance levels are a huge concern, lads. Take away the Arsenal game in the past month has been bang average. That January transfer is going to cost us big time, sadly. Yeah. I mean, it's not been right since when we beat Wolves at home. And we did look great. And the fact is, we did look fantastic in that game as well. I agree the Liverpool game was fast-paced. Wolves played well and lost. I wish our players were fit enough to put in a performance like Wolves did. Wolves at least tried. We just gave up. Yeah, absolutely. We just gave up. I mean, Mason. Mason. There's talks of giving Fabian Schär a new contract. Surely there's got to be second thoughts about this now.
Yeah, I think the performance this season haven't been great. Look what they're doing with Wilson. They're not giving him, according to the Athletic, they're not giving him a new contract. Which, in my eyes, they should do that to. They should do that to Shaw, unfortunately.
Should be exactly, Julie. It should be thanks for your services, but it's time you are moved on. Oh. I mean, I just thought this was an opportunity to go to Manchester City, give them a game, because they have had rough patches this season. Look at the games they've lost against the teams they've lost to this season. And we just go down there and just don't give 10 flying fucks. Particularly with the players we have. Our fans should be refunded for that. Because that's not acceptable at all. I mean, almost a 3-hour journey to go and watch that and having to travel nearly another 3-hour journey back if you're going back just to have that. I mean, oh, God. Well, hopefully they can do a U-turn. And if they do a U-turn, great. Or Fabian Schär just needs to say, I don't think I've been good enough this season.
Too bad you're a dirty bastard, son.
And I don't know what I'm saying now. Fabian Schär should be having second thoughts and says, I don't think I think my time in the Premier League is now officially over. I think I need to look for somewhere where it's not going to be as competitive. Exactly, Chippers. Not to a 34-year-old. Well, he turns 34 this year.
I don't need to hear anything about your private part. Thank you.
What is the deal with Bonds? How clearly doesn't rate him? Well, he's only just come back from injury, so we bottled that. We bottled, gave that game up at the Etihad. Even the likes of Tottenham and Man U have won there. Exactly. They've won there, and they're having poor seasons as well. Oh. Wilson be fit for the final. We'll see what happens, but he said he doesn't deserve to start it. I'm going to disagree there, Lewis. We've had a week to get prepared for that game. That's a week to get prepared for. Yeah, and he was on the bench. Some of those are good. Can I ask you, if we lose the cup final and finish 10th, do we sack out? I think I will be gone then, because that means there'll be no Europe again next season. Particularly, even if we get into Europe next season, his job, I think he'll be okay. But if anything, not in a European place, I don't think he'll be second time lucky this time. Do you know if the Crystal Palace rearranged game midweek in April will be on TV? I'm not so sure. Every one of them looked like they couldn't be bothered yesterday. Absolutely disgraceful. Couldn't agree more. Why is Eddie still talking about giving Schär a new contract extension? What is the club's target next season of keeping a centre-back who is full of errors? Yes, he's been great, but exactly, David, I do not get it at all. Yes, he's been a great servant, but now's the time. You've got to draw a line. And good times have to come to an end. And unfortunately, it's coming to an end with Fabian Schär now. And some other players. Trippier, that's another player that's been a great servant, but should be playing Premier League football now, unfortunately. As angry Rantman says, there was no passion over it. Exactly, there wasn't any of that. Bonds has been injured. Well, yeah. Body language yesterday across the team was a disgrace and really unexpected. Man City made to look elite. Exactly. Yeah, I used to watch him as well. Yeah.
Who's angry Rantman?
He's a Chelsea fan. He passed away, I think, a few years ago.
Oh, right.
I think
how
goes in the summer.
Is one of Sinclair's buddies?
No.
Right.
I think no Europe and no trophies. I think he could well and truly be.
And Chipasi with dirty bastard.
It was mentality because we just didn't care at all. Heads were down. At 2-0 down, I've just got my laptop to finish the new drama. I've been writing for the BBC because I knew it was game over. Well, yeah. Don't blame me, Brian. I don't know if it's just me, but our players are looking lazy in recent games. Just yeah, they are.
How am I boring?
Class ran videos from Liam Matty. Yeah, I watched them and well said, the pair of them. They didn't hold back at all. I don't think Palace will be on telly. The original game was scheduled for a Saturday 3:00 kickoff. Yeah, it might not be, even though the game's is going to be a midweek now next in April. I just want to find out if this is Man City have won the case of unfair for deal sponsorship, because they have that. Could be huge news for us. Well, did you not see what broke out on Friday?
Chipas, try stop being fucking Darth Vader on that group chat, please. It's
Eddie,
fucking sad.
Eddie is too like the players like Shea, Trips, Burn, Longstaff, Wilson. It's got to stop. Couldn't agree more. We need a player with captain qualities. We are lacking leadership in the team.
Yes, I did listen to Chipas.
It's exactly Tangy, because I just don't get it. Yep, Wednesday, 16th of April. Yeah, it has. Shades of the loss at Brighton. It felt like that. It was even worse because the 4 goals were let in. I just want to believe we can reach the cup, we can win the cup final, reach the FA Cup final, but losing hope rapidly unless Eddie sorts us out. This lack of consistency is concerning. Eddie prides himself on preparation. Liverpool have only lost 1 league game. It will be incredible how to win their cup. You can bet they will go to town there'll be legal proceedings. Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me as well, Tom. And Maggie's interested to know what's on the drink tonight.
Toffee nut.
Toffee nut. I guess Hal will be forgiven if he wins the cup final for the losses.
Wait, I want to quickly mention this. Say something here. You see, all the people. I'm not drinking Gallant's Mill 60 over 20 very much. People are crying about going to Man City and getting beat. Nottingham Forest did the same. And look at the season now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm taking it. And Man U and Tottenham are shit, and they beat them. But the fact is, look at Nottingham Forest this season. They've had a season of their life, and they got beat 3-0. Went to Man City and got beat 3-0. So it's not the end of the fucking world, because I've seen loads of people kicking off on Twitter.
But it's what pisses me off, though.
If you haven't seen, Nottingham Forest went there and got beat 3-0.
But it's just what pisses me off is when we go down there and just don't give any effort. These are professional footballers getting so much money to go and play football. And yesterday they go and do that. It's not on. It's unacceptable. Look at the stake for the Premier League. If it goes against them, potentially certain people could be facing prison sentence. I stress potentially. Exactly, Tom. Because the Premier League is stinking right now with complete and absolute corruption. Protect the certain clubs, hang the other clubs out to dry. Exactly. You've just nailed it there. It's the way we lost.
I know that, but you've seen the likes of Nottingham Forest go there and get battered.
Well, true, but
that's what I'm trying to say.
You've got to still look to put a performance in, and we didn't.
That's what I'm trying to say. But the fact is, you've seen Nottingham Forest go there and get battered 3-0.
I said I don't mind losing games unless you put the effort in. But when you go down there and don't give a shit, that's when you have a right to be angry about it. Exactly. We didn't even try. The way we lost yesterday, though, isn't it, Mason? We allowed an opposition to score a hat-trick in 11 minutes. Exactly. 11 minutes to score a hat-trick. If he loses the cup and loses these next two games, Warlass speaks Polish, Brack, Eddie Eagle, how Eddie out. We got hammered of Bournemouth, City, Brentford, second half versus Fulham away. These performances, exactly. Gordon, yeah. But I've got to say that offside decision he got was disgraceful. That was never offside. Sher needs to come out of international football retirement. He never played like this. Yeah. Even Everton got a draw there. They did. We should be having a big club mentality now. We are not winning any cup final if we roll over like that. Where is the fight? That was Bruce NUFC yesterday. It felt like it. Mason, if you gone there and give them a game and lost, you're talking 1-0, 2-1. Yesterday, Man City were great, but it was as much as how... Exactly, Tom. We were stinking yesterday. Our midfield needs to keep the possession, but exactly. Don't mind getting hammered off a good team if you try. But that... Exactly. Heads were down, didn't give a shit. We'll just accept defeat already before balls even as soon as the ball gets kicked from kickoff. Oh, I mean, I don't know what else I can say now. I mean, I feel like I'm just wasting my breath now at the moment. I mean, we cannot do it like that. That simply cannot happen next week. Thing is, Marmoush was linked with us and he's been destroying the Bundesliga and is touted as the successor of Salah. And it's easy to see why after yesterday, the offside goal is so tight. We need that, what they use in the Champions League, all of that, play it out in the VAR check. That's the rules if it's clear. They give it offside. I'm not going to say how it's a fraud.
He only comes out when he gets... To be honest, Tiger Studio always comes out and a couple of times and says that when we get beat.
But the performance yesterday was a disgrace.
So
yes, we did. We switched off from the very start of the game. Have to put in much better displays before the League Cup final. Exactly, we have to. And this was like that time, Mason. We didn't go on a good run. And look what happened when we got the final against Man United. We lost.
Can I come back? Tiger, you were praising Eddie Howe a couple of weeks ago. You were praising him a couple of weeks ago.
City refreshed their squad in January and it's been paying off. They have. But Mason, as I just said, look at this was happening a couple of seasons ago when the last time we were in the final. We weren't getting good results. We weren't playing well. And look what happened when it came to the final.
Yep.
I don't want to go into the fight is still a few weeks away. We've got time to get it sorted out. We could, because if we go into this final on not a good run of form, it's going to get very concerning. How needs a plan B when a plan A works? We are excellent, but if it doesn't, we are very poor. Yeah. How many times have we been smashed this season? It seems when any gets it wrong, we get absolutely hammered. Exactly. Look at we've been hammered off when it's really gone wrong this season. I'm hoping we don't, but the players need a reminder of just how good and ferocious. Exactly, Tom. Could be like Chelsea, lose the Premier League game and win the cup game. Yep. Spot on, Peter. Our form could destroy our hopes in the final if we go into a 4-game losing run. Exactly. Because what it was after the last time we got the cup final, after beating Southampton, It was West Ham at home. We got a 1-1 draw with that game. I know we meant to miss Bruno up until the final, but still, it was a 1-1 draw against West Ham. We didn't play well. It was a very scrappy game, that. Bournemouth away, we looked a complete all over the place at times. And Bournemouth just came up that season as well. And we just got in a 1-1. But yes, that game, we were really poor in that game. And after that, we lost 2-0 to Liverpool with 10 men when Pope got sent off.
I think that cost us that final, like Pope getting sent off.
Yeah. Where the same energy losing hasn't Fulham, Bournemouth, West Ham, Fulham away. No one talks about that, kept quiet, but always knew this will happen. How it's done. This is just going to be a good but harsh player ratings just to fill about. Yeah. Chippers, thank you so much for your 5 months membership. Really appreciate that. Praise everyone. Praise deserves praise when it happens, same as criticism. It still annoys me seeing Man City seeing these players and never we can see because of the PSR. Howley Shirley went through like them a close of salts at half time, yet they weren't taking any better. Did the players not take any notice? Exactly, Mick. Yeah, and there's Chippers' 5 months membership on the channel. Thank you so much. Can't make excuses for the poor Newcastle performances. Next man up. Playing worse this season than last, and we have played less games. Do you know what? I agree, Chippers. When we win, how is amazing, but then when we lose, blame the players. Make it sense. People just scared to say how it is. I thought the lineup we got was capable of giving Man City a game. I thought every team has managed to exploit Manchester City's weakness over the past 4 months. Why are we still scared to compete? Exactly, David. Liverpool are used to playing in major finals. There's no way mentally will be a problem for them. I hope our players don't get overwhelmed with the occasion of a cup final. Exactly. How's heads must roll if we drop our asses against Forest, Liverpool in the league, and Liverpool and Brighton in the cups. Exactly. It's just, got to get it sorted out next week. And it's time some players are sat on the bench next game. It really is. Bournemouth have an injury crisis, but they play amazing football. What's the excuse now? Exactly. They've been fantastic this season. They really, really have. Well, then we'll get into the you-know-what. I'm guessing you just want me to do this, Mason, since you want to go on the highlights. Right, then, so do take part in the chat, guys. We are on to the player ratings now. Our best chance was against Man United, but we were crap again. Yep. It was. Right, then, player ratings. And again, it is just me doing them. So remember to take part, guys. All you hear is howling and blah, blah. I mean, I think Eddie Howe was definitely part of blame yesterday as well. But those players, all the start 11s, were absolutely disgraced yesterday. And I'm just before I want to get on. When I was saying, I think Fabian Schär and Trippier are done in Premier League, I got slated for it, saying, oh, am I a coach of Newcastle United? Do I work for the football club? I mean, come on. People are entitled to their opinions, and that's fair. Just respect them. Rather than stop giving people absolute stick for it. God. I could do under the player ratings. So. Oh. I think I'm just, as I mentioned, I'm just going to run through them. When we have nothing to play for, amazing. When something's on the line, we bottom-mentally joke at this club. I think there's going to be a lot around that area. Right, and to do deep part, guys, start with Dubravka. Nothing he could have done about the goals. I will question him for being that far off his line for the first goal, but the other ones, what is he supposed to do when he's got brain-deaded people in front of him? There's nothing you could be done about that. I will give Dubravka a 4, but that's just because there were 4 goals went past him. But there's nothing he could do about them. The rest of them, unfortunately. So I'll give Dubravka a 4. Miley 6, Livermental 6, Dubravka a 5. Everyone else a 0, says Tangy. Andrew say Miley 5, Tino Bayern, Burner 3, the rest a big fat 0. 4, 1, 6, 3, 4, 4. There's a lot of 4s coming in. Should be no ratings. Everyone was crap. Miley 5 at best. 3. He's not to blame and is still our number 1. Yep. Absolutely. I think Paul needs to come for a change. You kind of Dubravka wasn't at fault yesterday. He couldn't do anything about the goals. It's what was in front of him that massively let it down.
William, I think if we started Pope yesterday, I think it would have been a quicker score. And it probably would have been. It probably would be the same against Nottingham Forest.
Exactly. Right, on to Kieran Trippier, and it was just absolutely dreadful yesterday. I mean, got absolutely outdone by the first goal. What's he doing for that? It was just shocking, and I don't think he should really be playing in the Premier League now. In a back four, I think if you want to play him, it's got to be three centre-backs and two wing-backs, as I've said it before. I'm going to give Trippier 1, and the reason he's only getting a 1 because he gave Bruno and Tonali a rollicking for that third goal, but the rest of it, he was just goddamn awful, so I'm giving him a 1. Yeah, and Pope's kicking is awful as well. How 0, Mason is 6, Trippier 0, Trippier 1, -10, 0. Why are we always changing our keepers after poor run of form? Exactly. It's not down to goalkeepers. Dubravka came back in because Pope was injured. 0, Trips is 3, Trips is done. Yep. Trips 1. Lexi's in the chat, hope you well. 1 as well. Trippier 1 for shouting at Bruno and Tonali how he was the last man for their first goal. Where's our centre backs? Absolutely. City let go the best right back in the league, but we keep Trips because I think you can still do it. I don't think you can do it anymore unless you've got extra protection in the defence. Now I don't think Trippier can do it anymore. I'm sorry. There's
a reason why you broadcast left Man City as well.
Exactly. Right. Centre backs. Right. Fabian Schär. It was just an absolute disgrace of a performance yesterday. Lazy passes. His defendants all over the place. Another player that's pretty much finished now with this football club. Please do not give this guy a new contract. He's finished. Completely and absolutely finished. And look how bad these performances are carrying on now. It's a fucking farce. And I cannot bear to keep watching it. Get him out of the side next week. Take him out there. Please. Fabian Schär, I'm giving him a big fat 0. Because he was absolutely rotten stink yesterday. Big fat 0. Yeah, 0, 0, 0. Well, Chip is saying everyone is 0. 0, -10. 2, 0, -10. 1, 1. Get this guy out if he gets another contract. We cannot be giving this guy a new contract. Mason's Costa a 9, Schär a -10. It was an absolutely disgusting performance yesterday. It sounds like a player that's pretty much ready to retire. Right, Dan Burn tried but not helped. That is the problem. Dan Burn is having to try and do the job of two centre backs, which is never going to work. And I feel very sorry for him because I can imagine how he must be feeling when Fabian Schär is absolutely nowhere to be seen at all. I'm going to give Dan Burn a 4. Right, left back Lewis Hall, and the first half he got really, really outskinned by Savinho, I thought. He really did. Second half, he was a little bit more better, but I think this is just hopefully one of his off games as well. I'm going to give Lewis Hall a 4 as well. A lot of people saying that.
For what I've seen yesterday, also
3.
Can't just say something for what I've seen. For what I've seen yesterday, well, I think you should do a lot better, mainly with the third goal and Savinho's chance.
Yeah, Fabian would do a better in Turkey or in America. I think, where it's not as competitive. 3, 4s for Burn. What can he do when he's got exactly Tiger? How is Trips going to cope against exactly? That's just why I think if he plays them 2, it's going to be 3 centre backs and 2 wing backs. So we've got that extra cover. So Lewis Hall, there's a 2, a 3, a 4, a 3, a 5. Hall twice. Yeah, he was. 2, 2. Yeah, he did. For first goal, Burn did that thing again, pushed up the halfway line, even a flat. Yeah, he did. Had no help from Gordon. Nah, he certainly didn't. So, yeah. Who'd want to go to America with that numbnut in charge? Well, yeah, I can see where you come from. Is it Mr. Donald?
Courage. Oh, Trump.
Right, midfield 3, Sandro Tonali, and that was absolutely dreadful yesterday from Tonali. That's the worst I've seen him play for this football club. It was just really, really awful yesterday, and hopefully that is just a one-off for me. I'm really hoping it is, because he's not normally like that, and I believe he'll be. I think we'll see him back to his best. I believe we will. But Tonali, I'm going to give a 1 yesterday. That was absolutely goddamn awful yesterday. 3, minus 5, 3, 0, 1, 0, 1, and a 2. Right, next Bruno, and it was absolutely dreadful as well. Again, that was one of his worst performances I've seen him play for this football club as well. Again, hopefully it's just a one-off for him, because we know what Bruno can do. We know what he's like when he's on his game. But that was a really, really awful yesterday, so I'm going to give Bruno a 1 as well. Pathetic performance from an elite player. Worst game, but he'll bounce back, yeah, I believe. So 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 3, 0, minus 5. Man City fans say they're glad they didn't sign Bruno. Well, hopefully it's just a one-off game, because we don't want to sell Bruno. Bruno, but take the captain band off him. Is it going back to that point again where he's just not ready to be captain? Bruno minus 10, not a captain yesterday. It wasn't. It was just minus was 1 for Bruno. Right. Joe Willock. Now, this was his opportunity yesterday, and he was absolutely abysmal yesterday. Willock. This was his opportunity to see what he can do. And unfortunately, it was just absolutely, utterly atrocious yesterday. Miley has to play next game. He has to. What has gone wrong with Joe Willock? He had a great game against Birmingham City, but then it all just went back to, it just went completely disappeared. Joe Willock, I'm going to give a 0 as well. That was just a rotten performance as well. Did you hear that whole? He got arrested, did he? What for? I've not heard anything at all, Jonathan.
I haven't seen out.
Right, we've got a 0, a 0, a 1, a 0.5, a 0, a 1, a 0, a minus 5. Sorry, Willock has done shite. Sell ASAP. I thought there still could have been something in Joe Willock. Still pretty much a very young lad. Still got a lot of time. But I don't know what's going wrong. I'd like to know. 0, playing like he was stoned again. There's a 0. I would prefer to have the Cardiff City Willock right now. Oh, 0 and a 1. Right, attacking 3 now. Murphy, and he was awful yesterday, unfortunately. Again, he's been so good since coming back into the side. Hopefully that was just one of his off days. I'm hoping it was, because we know what he has been since he came back into the side. But it was absolutely crap yesterday, so I'm going to give Jacob Murphy a 1 as well. Well, was it for the end? I've not heard anything at all. We've got a 3, 4, a 1, 2, 2. There's a 2. No help to trip. Yeah, good point as well. Wasn't. All right, Anthony Gordon. Yeah, just not the greatest at all. Unfortunately, yesterday it really, really wasn't. So, I mean that offside decision was wrong, but it was just crap. So I'm going to give Gordon a 1 as well. Right. Some more Murphy's coming in for Murphy. 0, 0. 0 for Gordon. 0, 2, -2, 0, 2, -4. Gordon's still stuck on League of Their Own show. And a 4 from Tom for Gordon as well. Isak, not really awful. But again, where's the service? Where is the service? However, there was one point he was a bit selfish and he could have given it to Gordon and he didn't. Other than that, it was just atrocious again. So I'm going to give Isak a 1 as well. Archer would have done better on the wing. 3, 1, 2, 2, 1.5. Diary for Isak when he's got shite behind him. 2 for 0 service. Isak 4, no service. And a 1 from Coffee as well. Right, we'll get the substitutes. So there was 2 on at the same time. Half time. Starting off with Tino. And I thought Tino did pretty well when he come on. He's got to be starting next game. He has to start against Forest next game. If it's going to be 4 at the back next week. So we need to start playing Tino next week. I'm going to give Tino a 6. I thought he did well when he come on. I thought he looked like he wanted to do something. He could tell he wanted to. He came on and he was giving him and he was putting himself about yesterday. And the 4. Yeah, I agree. Some people still mocking Isak. Not his fault. It wasn't. But there was that point where he was a bit selfish. I thought we've got a 7, a 6, a 6.5, a 6 and a 1 for Tino. Ooh, I didn't think Tino was terrible yesterday. Lewis Miley a 7, which we'll get on to. Needs to be a starter. Exactly. 5, Livermento. He did look up for a Tino as well. IE was Lewis Miley. And I'm going to give Miley a 6 as well. Again, another player that came on was putting himself about, trying. Shows right. If the rest aren't going to be arsed, I'm going to put myself about and give it a right good go. Had that opportunity, which could he have done better with? I'm not too sure. But again, a player that looked really well when he come on as well. And I'd be a contender. I'd be putting him there to start next week. I really would. I'm going to give Miley a 7. I thought you did very well. We've got a 7, 7 a 5, a 7.5, a 7, 9 for getting a shot on target, promising a 6 and a 6.5 for Lewis Miley. Right, another 2 substitutions. Callum Wilson. What did Callum do when he come on? I don't think he did anything at all. I don't think Wilson did anything at all when he came on. Callum Wilson, I'm going to give a 1. He did absolutely jack shite when he came on. Some people still marking Miley. Lexi has a 7. Eddie needs to trust young players who want a free to take. Exactly, Coffee. 3, 0, 1, 0, 0. Didn't even see him. Nah, didn't see him at all. A 1 as well. If Eddie sticks with Chips and Share, then it's a farce. He cannot stick with them too constantly. Anyone think the strip selection was an odd choice and all? If the on about the Carabao Cup final at Chippers, I don't think I'm going to bother with it as well. Late to the party, lads. That's fine, Wacky. Hope you're keeping well. At least Wilson did not get injured. He didn't, but he did not absolutely nothing when he come on. Longstaff, well, was he ever going to change a game when he come on? Absolutely fucking no chance. I don't see the point of Longstaff anymore. This football club as well, I really don't. Another player we should be looking to move on come the end of the season as well. I mean, have we given him this new contract yet? I'm not too sure we have. If we haven't, nah, I wouldn't be as well. Oh, no, yeah, it has been triggered until 2026, actually. So, and also Burns was another one as well. So, there you are. But Longstaff, I'm going to give a 1 as well. He did fuck all when he come on as well. Oh, you'd be all playing in the away kit. I was a bit surprised at that as well. I was very surprised with in the away kit as well. But the 0 to 0, 0 to 3, 0, Longstaff a 1.5, Craft not applicable. Ian, good grief. What did you say, Longstaff? What he did? Absolute fraud of player, robbing a living because he takes advantage of the owner of our own status. So, exactly, absolutely. Right, we did, of course, bring Craft on, but right later than the game, so just a standard 5 ML Craft. We have to play a certain number of games in the away and third kits. Yeah, we do. Absolutely, we do. 9 for coming on in the 89th minute. I'd have refused. 40 watching only like Ian likes. Hit the thumbs up, everyone. Yes, please do hit the thumbs up if you are enjoying. Yep. Hope Nick Pope plays. Dubravka wasn't at fault yesterday, Jonathan, I thought. Kraft too late to mark. Kraft should have. Exactly, David. He should have. Since Botman was not there. But Kraft should have came in, and I thought you would have put much of a performance in than what Fabian Scher's doing at the moment. Okay, so we now get into the other ratings that we need to do, and I always keep forgetting to get them on straight away. I don't know why. Ian's eye of long stuff is yeah, you are, Ian. Take him at Celtic if you want. Kraft doing preparation for Forest. Just to let everyone know, Longstaff gets 10k extra for every app he makes. What a joke. I don't get that at all. Right. So what we need to rate next is the referee, Annie Madley. I didn't think he did anything wrong at all yesterday, I thought. I mean, there was no way you could blame him for that at all. I mean, I give the referee a 6. He didn't put a foot wrong at all, I thought. Just that one, well, there was the line that flagged for the offside, which was a bit of a disgraceful decision. But no, Andy Manley didn't put a foot wrong yesterday, absolutely. Longstaff to Dunfermline so he can wear the stripes. Not a bad idea, David. Longstaff could play well against Birmingham. Couldn't play well against Birmingham. How would he change the game against Man City? He doesn't even make the most of chances when he gets them. A 7. Referee a 6, 7. Didn't do anything wrong. -10 just for being a ref. Referee 0, -1,000. Yeah, Julie with our -1,000. Easy job for the ref because we didn't make it. Exactly, Tangy, we didn't. Eddie Howe -10. Well, I agree, Joe. Refs are knobs. Right. Fans, I felt so sorry for our travelling fans going down there to watch that absolute piling utter garbage yesterday. They should be given the money back for them to sit down and watch all through that. But well credit to our fans for going all the way down there, as always. I'm still going to give the fans a 10 out of 10 for making the journey all the way down there. Because we know what we're like. We know what we are like as a fan base. We are passionate as ever. And we will travel all the way up and down the country, all around the world, to go and watch our team play. Tom's going with a 6. We had started well, but had the stuffing knocked out of us. Yeah. Fans deserve a refund. Fans denied there would be no football. Exactly, Ian. There would be no football at all. Referee -100 for not giving us 49 penalties. How many changes will Eddie make for the Nottingham Forest? I would say 3. I think there's got to be at least 2 in there. And that is Trippier dropped and Fabian Scher dropped. If it's going to be 4-3-3 next week. The rest of them I'd keep. I think hopefully it was just a one-off. Just a one-off for them. Hopefully it was. And we'll not see it as bad as that next week. We are at home, so we got to get right behind our crowd. Right behind our player. Get right behind our players next week. We are at home. Let's get give them we know what we need to do next week. You made a very good point, Pete. We're repeating the same mistakes as 2 years ago, heading into a final absolute shite form. It doesn't work. It doesn't. The players should refund and travelling money after a lack of performance like that. It was hard to watch the match on TV as it is. You have to feel sorry for the fans at the game. Absolutely, Coffee. This might sound critical towards fans. We might try to keep minds off cup final and focus on games individually. So fans sing "Tell Me, Mommy, Ma." I can see where you come. I'd be tempted to play Oddie v Forest. He'll have a point to prove. You cannot dare prove. It wasn't Dubravka's fault yesterday, Wacky. It wasn't. I'd change a goalkeeper. I think it would have still been the same result. TDR watch along 10 out of 10. That was fantastic with Paul and Billy yesterday. I know they were absolutely disgusted with that as well, and you cannot blame them at all. You cannot blame them at all. Because that was just an absolute... That was just all that... Having to watch that for 90 plus minutes. That's absolutely disgrace, that is. Peter, you're actually furious, aren't you? Well, I am tonight because I still am, and I was yesterday. TDR and PD 10 out of 10. Cheers so much, Julie. Botman, he has to be back. If not, it's got to be Kraft. Can sing us for us all, Mason?
No, can't be host.
And it is great to see Paul back as well. I'm still raging. Don't blame you, Chippers. If Wood scores a hat-trick against us, imagine it. Oh, I would hate for that to happen again like it did last season.
That's the COULDNT dog on Sunday.
Wonder
what side he's got me on.
I'm just... hopefully we don't have that next week because we're at home next week. Peter Mason get a 10. Cheers so much, Lexi. Oh, I haven't rated Eddie Howe. I mean, what could you give Eddie Howe? I mean, you see the team up. It was possibly one of the strongest that we could have went with. I'll give Eddie Howe a 4 because I thought because he put out the strongest lineup, but he's still playing Fabian Schär was off him, and I don't think it was Trippier should have been playing in this game as well, unfortunately. Eddie Howe, I'm going to give a 4. 10 out of 10 for Peter Mason. Cheers, Coffee. First, because he's probably hitching a right up with them. 0 from Joe. 5. What's the performance after a full week of preparation in City play Madrid? Exactly, Eddie a 1. He prepared the team and didn't start Kraft instead of Schär. Peter Mason 10 out of 10. Cheers so much, Philip. And a -10 for Eddie. I'm off now, guys. Take care. You as well, Philip. Not blaming how he was furious. Yeah, he was actually furious, Eddie Howe. But he cannot play players who are simply underperforming. I think Mass technically got it wrong. You can't play three in mid against City. Well, you probably could have, but if you turn up, but we just didn't turn up yesterday. Paul Galanson, we got Benji in the middle. He knows exactly what we need. Bonds at the back, Chippers in attack. Now give me a bloody box for free. We on Sky Sports next week. We should be better. It's like the 3 p.m. kickoff is an issue. We have only lost 2 of our 8 defeats outside at 3 p.m. 7 for the team selection, 0 for the game management. How can't blame? 2 can't blame for the players' performance, but needs to motivate the players and be more ruthless. It's absolutely has to as well. So there you are. Well then, that is it for our match review and player ratings show. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in tonight. We know there's been a lot of rage tonight, but we've got a right to be tonight, yesterday, because we are still really much disgusted with our performance yesterday. And that's completely unacceptable. It really, really was. So There you go. And yeah, it's yeah. Hopefully we'll be back to positive ways next week. Hopefully we will do, but fingers crossed. But yeah. So thanks so much for everyone. Mason being co-host. Those of you who popped up in the chat, tuned in tonight, and we really appreciate what you do on the channel as well. Thank you so much. We will try and think of something to do during the week if possible. I mean, Mason, have we got any games coming up midweek?
If it's on, Gates is on Tuesday because they play Sutton United.
Okay, so we could maybe
If
think
it's
of
on.
either to do.
If it's on.
But we could look to do something during the week, possibly tomorrow, or possibly maybe Wednesday, because I'm thinking of doing a show about the current players coming to the end of their contracts this season. I think it would be good to do a show thinking, should we give this person a new contract for next season? We'll go through the players whose contracts end come the end of the season, and then we'll decide, would you give them a new deal, or is it time to say, thanks for your services, it's time for you to go, your time's up at this club? So that's what I'm thinking of the next show is going to be about. That's what I feel like the next show could be. I fancy doing a show during the week about that. If you would like to join me, I'll see if I can get some other people to do about that as well. So there you are. But let me just read through this. Take care, everyone. You as well, Lexi. Great show, Pete and Mason. Cheers, Ian. What's the story when Big Joe, when he's back? It could be a few weeks by the looks of it. But I think that game was crying out for Joe Linton yesterday. I think it was.
Chapman said he'll come on.
Oh, yeah, come on, Chippers. I mean, let us know what you'll have to let us know what days, because I'm not sure if we're going to do it Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday yet. So we'll think of it. We'll think of one of those days to do. Yeah, very well played this evening, chaps. Good, honest ratings. Cheers so much, David. Take care, everyone. You as well, Ian. Hamshank time. Wacky before the cup final, before how reckons. Great show as always. Cheers so much, Julie. I feel more horrible after losing to Bournemouth at home compared to City. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. A few weeks, Wacky. Yep. Goodbye, everyone, and take care. You as well, Julie. Yeah. People just saying goodbye to each other in the chat. Stick or sack the show name, Pete. No, I've decided we'll do it on the current players who contracts do come to an end come the end of the season, and then we'll do a decision on late tomorrow and not Wednesday. So can do we could have Thursday will be our match preview. And on Wednesday. So it could either be Tuesday, but if you have to miss that show, Mason, that's fine. If you, I'm sure I can get someone else to come in as well. But yeah, either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, we'll be doing a show about current players come to the end of the contracts. Would you give them a new deal or not? Pete, do a show on who we should get to replace. That could be something to look into as well. A show about PSR and APT. Haven't thought about that one as well. So you all. Share's not playing like he wants a new contract. It's like he'll not be bothered either way. Will Lascelles be back before the cup final? I don't know what is happening with Jamal Lascelles at the moment. I'm on late tomorrow and not Wednesday, so could do either Tuesday or Thursday. So well then, if you want to jump on then, Chippers, we'll pick one of those 2 days. Oh, it might have to be, as I meant, no, it'll have to be Tuesday because again I forgot normally our previews are on a Thursday. So there you are. Bye, Peter Mason. All you as well. Coffee. Chippers wrote tell me, man, you won't be humped down for tea. I'm speaking. God. Me also keep our release for the show. Yeah, share content back time. You certainly can't, Chippers. Certainly can. Well, guys, if you have enjoyed the night, please do remember to give us the thumbs up. It's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. So do smash the likes if you have enjoyed the show tonight. Please, of course, if you are brand new at the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, please hit that subscribe button. Completely free to do so. It does help make the channel grow as well. And please do hit the bell notification. It does let you know whenever a live show takes place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded as well. So make sure you do hit the bell to make sure you're all up to date with the content that we bring out for you that we do not want to miss at all. And if you want to give a donation, feel free. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p a month. Hit the join button and you'll be included in the prize draws we do as well. So there you are. Well then, guys, that's it for tonight, and we'll see you back again next week. Until then, everyone, we'll see you all later. Take care, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you later. Take care, everyone. Away the lads. Hopefully that was a one-off, and we will fix up next week. See you later, everyone. Take care and good night.
Yeah.